And we are back again. This is
Welcome.
Shamarcus speaking.
And it's your boy Bere.
And we are SB Podcast. Hey, yo, welcome back, man.
Hold on, can we get a round of applause for that? Because we actually got it in sync for the first time in forever.
Hey, man, it's been coming. So it's been coming, and you'll see more and more happening because the team are working together consistently, getting better. And I feel like we should talk about a team and working together and know everybody's position in also helping each other. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah, that would be something that we need to sort of like express with people so they know what it goes behind the camera and how we are actually working us three.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the positive and the negative things that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Some might be feeling some type of way, while others are just kind of like unaware of just doing things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So in a working place, what do you think about it? What we doing over here, man?
Well, the SB podcast team is actually where I think the chemistry is growing amongst us when it comes to the three of us. There was four, but the three of us, the chemistry is actually growing strong.
Absolutely.
And it feels as if we are upgrading and leveling up every step of the moment. Because if I was to show you guys the very first episode that we have done, when it was just me and you, compared to the recent episode,
it's way different. You know what I'm saying? It's way different, but it also felt like, look, I don't think every day that we work together is beautiful and sunshine, but we somehow figured out a way to sort of work and kind of work through whatever that is situation. Even though we're an adult, that we never had any, we don't have riffs or roughs or anything like that. But in a working place, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is different, Everybody is different. Everybody comes with their own thing. And I think we're doing it, bro. And I feel like, we should congratulate to each other because we did it. There will be more things coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and we got Casey out here behind the camera.
Casey 3000.
Why don't you introduce people, bro?
3000.
You don't say much.
I don't. Mr. 3000. Wow.
Wow.
You guys are killing me, man.
Nah, bro. What's up with you, bro? How you been?
Hot in here.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It is very hot in here.
It is toasty, but hey, I mean, we got what, 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah,
let's keep it rolling.
Let's
It's because I'm here.
Nah, bro, we not.
Take the do-rag off.
A fun fact, my hairline is bad, but it's not typically your typical bad.
Yeah, wait, are you
What
saying
does that
typical Somali bat?
What does that mean?
I mean,
He's trying to hide that big ass forehead.
I think I'm hiding my haircut.
Are we talking
I don't have a haircut, but it's like I haven't. That's the problem. I haven't had a haircut for a month, so I'm hiding that. But as far as my forehead goes,
Wait, this brings actually, why do niggas mandatory, why is it mandatory for us to have a haircut every other week?
Because it makes you look presentable.
yeah, you gotta look good for the huzz.
I mean, I also think it goes back to the fact that just being, I don't know, man, in America, if you're a black person and you look unruly, it's double bad for you. You have to look presentable.
But even if you look presentable in America and you're black, you're still gonna be looked down.
Yeah, but it's better to be presentable. If you look unpresentable, you're gonna be looked down upon worse.
So what is presentable then? Is it wearing suit and tie or wearing a white?
Just having your hair kept and having your clothes pressed and all that shit.
It could be hip hop.
Sure. I don't look presentable. I mean, I work in construction, so I don't have to look presentable.
No, I think you're right. In America, you gotta look presentable. Having a good. It also touches on having good hygiene too, because with people that look unkept, you associate almost dirty, homeless, and whatnot
Yeah,
to
you
that.
think they're dirty when they're unkept.
Right.
There are a lot of wealthy people who are unkept.
Yeah, but they have money.
Yeah, so, they
So
don't
so
really
what
They
makes
skip that step.
so what makes it different from this person if he keeps unkept but yet he's moral and everything else, he has a home and everything, or she has a home. So what's the difference?
Well, let's bring this back to what we did last week. Let's find out that you look like a homeless person, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you look like a homeless person, you smell a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but you're worth $5 billion. I guarantee you some women are going to overlook that fact.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the point. Money cures all sins.
That's
But
a hot take.
But do you think so? It only matters to who has the money. I don't think there are a lot of So have you ever seen one of those police stopping? Like you driving and the police stop you, and then you happen to be black. Some of them may be like rich and wealthy, but they still be treated worse than a white person who gets pulled over. And so you said money is the factor. Where is the money at that time? I gave you a scenario where, in this scenario, black guy, wealthy, driving a nice normal car, versus white guy, don't have a lot of money.
Pulled over, but then the difference is when they go and they try to bring up fraudulent charges, or when he has to sit in the jailhouse, he has money for a lawyer that can go, these are fraudulent charges, as opposed to a regular black person. A regular person who's underserved would have to wait for a public defender, which is like another day. Then the public defender has so many cases that they go just plead or whatever they say. So it's all dependent. So I'm gonna tell you.
I got a question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this question has been going viral all over social media, and I want to see what you guys think about this specific question.
I have a feeling I know, but
You already know.
How about I'm looking forward.
No,
No, let's go, bro.
Hold on.
I'm looking forward to it.
Let's see if we all on the same page. Let's see if we're all on the same page. Okay, so what do you think I'm about to ask you?
How about you ask and I'll tell you whether or not, because it's gonna sound weird.
Can I say?
Yeah.
Go for it.
100 gorillas, 100.
No fucking way. First of all,
100 men versus one gorilla.
Let me tell you something.
Hiya.
One gorilla. What kind of gorilla? Silverback?
Silverback.
A silverback gorilla would fucking maul 100 average men. The average man is 5'9", like 140 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to hold down and fuck all 100 of them.
Forget about average. The top of the top.
Even the
Back
top.
in the days, they're still gonna get whooped. And I'm with you, bro, on this one.
This is the thing, though. Like, 100 bodybuilders, I think he beats the shit out of 100 bodybuilders. I think he has a hard time against, like, 100 top-level MMA fighters. Because 100 bodybuilders are, like, they're heavy, they're bulky, but they have show muscles. They don't have go muscles. Like, MMA fighters, they know how to strike. They can choke. They have the cardio. They have, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying he wouldn't.
Who do you choke? Like, how do you even gonna get?
I don't even know how you choke a fucking
How do you
gorilla.
even gonna get to his neck?
But what I'm saying is, if
Realistically,
if you're asking me who would have the best, who I think would have the best chance, it's 100 top level MMA fighters. Otherwise, someone said.
How
10
tall
guys
is an adult gorilla?
9 feet?
9 feet. What?
Yeah, some of them are 9 feet, I think.
It has to be.
Okay, can I? Okay.
Let me look up the stats.
Okay, let me tell you guys the stats. An average gorilla, a silverback gorilla, weighs about 450 to 500 pounds. It stands tall about 5'10" or so.
Gorilla?
Gorilla 5'10".
When it
almost
stands?
it stands.
It's 5'10"?
Almost.
Come
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Come on. It has to be way taller than that.
And yeah, he's looking it up. Now, the average man, like Casey said, is about 5'10", weighs 170.
170.
5'9"?
5'9", maybe 170.
170 pounds. Now, I feel like the human mind is a lot more advanced. And it's a lot more advanced
Yeah,
than...
we're doing hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, but even hand-to-hand combat, people think they strategize what they're about to do, what move they're about to do, how they can work together as 100.
Yeah, they're about
Human
Are you
beings.
are you going to
Let me
use?
ask you. No, no, no.
No, no.
Let me ask you.
I have
You
to
go,
say,
you
are
go.
you going to use a weapon?
No, it's hand to hand.
Then
So-
you don't have a chance at
like
all
you said, it was
whatsoever.
about 6 feet tall, right?
It's about 6 feet tall.
You said people are they have conscious. They're
people
smart.
are
They
smart.
can strategize, right? So do the monkey
Yeah.
himself.
Yes.
It's not forget about a strategy. This thing doesn't have
animal.
conscious at all.
It's an animal.
It's an animal.
You guys don't understand the most dangerous animal on this planet is a human being.
Because it can use tools.
Exactly
It
to
can
kill.
use his mind. What do you
Bear,
His
you
mind
can-
is
you
a
can
tool.
use- No, let me ask you this.
Hold on.
No, wait. Bear,
I-
you can use your mind. You think you can beat me?
Fuck yeah.
Bear, I will dog walk.
Bro,
I will dog walk. And I'm
Listen,
not saying that to be
listen,
mean. What I'm
listen,
saying is-
listen.
No, what I'm saying is like,
No, hold
and
on.
I'm a man.
Hold on,
That
man.
is an
Hold
animal.
on. Because listen, yeah. If I know Casey, based off of what I've, all the information that I've seen, observed off of you, bro, I could take you on. I don't need to go fist to fist and whatnot, but you know damn well you get tired a lot quicker. You get tired quick. You taller than me. What do you think? I'm closer to your legs. Casey, I could hit you in the legs, have you fold in, same height as me.
Bear.
Strategy, bro.
I'm gonna ask you a question here, and I want you to be honest. Are you saying this for the sake of the show? Or are you saying this because you really think this?
I wholeheartedly.
Because if you really think this, I will grab my pads right now and we can try it.
Nah,
I
but
know
listen
about
though.
it.
But what are you
Bro.
saying is just because you're looking at the size.
I'm not looking at the size.
You know what I'm saying? Size sometimes doesn't matter, bro.
Bro.
I mean, your technique. Look, you MMA. You train MMA.
Yeah,
you
I'm
have
not
your
even
technique
talking
and
about
everything.
that. Let's go back to the gorilla. So the weapons a gorilla has, like, let's not even talk about the strength. The bite force is 1,300 pounds. It'll
The
crush your
smack.
skull. Bro. The smack.
Just the
alone, Charlie,
smack,
you don't
bro.
understand.
9 of
You
them
don't
gone.
understand,
Just
bro.
one smack
You
like
guys
this.
are
Understand.
Listen, way back, like back in the days,
They had tools.
they had tools. My butt. What the fuck is a spear stick?
Bro, a spear
Think
is
of the medieval time period.
Y'all forgetting this
Hold on.
Don't
generation.
y'all me. I
Hold
am
on.
your
Better.
side.
Hold
You
on.
forgetting.
This
Hold on.
nigga
You
is-
Hold on.
forgetting.
Hold on.
You are delusional.
You're saying tools, right? You just mentioned a tool a gorilla has. His bite force is a tool, ain't
Yes,
it?
but
It
it's,
is.
it's innate to him.
Well, forget about how are you even gonna get there? This smack. That's what we talking. One smack, 9 gone. Like he needs 3 rounds, 4 rounds, bro.
And he's gonna
What's the
keep that
biggest
on for.
animal you've ever been around?
You ever been around
Like a
gorilla?
bear? Have you ever been around a bear?
No, that's
I haven't been around
it's
a bear.
bigger than a monkey.
It's
It's
No,
way
no,
bigger
no,
than
no. A gorilla is
brown
not
bear,
bigger.
A brown bear is not as big.
No, the small.
The
I'm not
grizzly
the
bear?
white ones. The
grizzly
white
bear is
ones.
big.
The polar bear. Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
the
wait.
polar.
What's the biggest animal you've been around? Bear, let me talk.
I wanna
let me tell you
say
something.
like
a
a-
dog.
A dog,
Like,
yeah.
3 men versus a dog. A pit bull. I'll put my money on the pit bull. 3 average men versus a pit bull.
Nah, bro.
This guy is
I
tripping.
kick him in the face, bro.
What do you mean?
He would never come. I'll kick him in the
No,
face.
you're tripping for that because the pit bull, I heard once it grabs onto you,
The
once it
bite force
bites
a pit
you,
bull has, bro.
once it grabs onto you, it
I-
holds onto it.
Can I tell you something? As a
think
Somali,
that-
no, as a Somali man, I used to be scared of dogs, but right now you put that dog in front of me, I would kick him in the face. I'm a faster. I know what
Think
I'm
you're
doing.
faster than a dog?
Bro, he's not gonna catch me. He's not gonna catch me. I'm gonna kick him in the
Guys,
face, bro.
I don't know if I can
Bro,
use
there's
this line of questioning.
there is people who love dogs. So you saying that you're gonna kick a motherfucking dog
Michael Vick, relax.
So I
is
mean,
gonna
like,
have
look,
the audience
He's
going.
saying-
nah, I'm
Kick
gonna
a dog in
kick him in the
self-defense.
fucking face if he runs on me.
Bro, even
I
in
swear to God.
self-defense, these people are crazy about their dog.
What do you mean self-defense, bro? If a dog attack me,
bro,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
swear to you,
self-defense.
even in self-defense, you touch a person's dog, they're gonna act like you the one who attacked them.
bro, then they're gonna see who the one. They're gonna see me. That's what I can tell you about. No,
I once seen it with my own eyes, bro.
bro, listen. You know we Somalis. Generally, dogs are not. We're not dog friendly at all.
We're not.
We were not even close to that. But us being in the Western world and understanding the culture and everything, I know how valuable and it's important in our society, dogs. You know what I'm saying? But there are some aggressive dogs, and those you gotta kick them in the face. What else? What else are you gonna do? If it attacks you,
Yeah,
you gotta do something.
fight or flight. You're right. You're right.
But man, this took a long. Yo, let's go back to like I wanna actually kind of like pick it up some that we left from our last conversation, in terms about basically 50-50 in a Somali household, and you being like we Western, we're from here, we grew up in the Western world, and we are the new generation for Somali people, right? And today, amongst the Somali, 50-50 became normal thing. You know what I'm saying? What is your take on? Like, I know some people were not going to agree with me, but I see a lot of the times, like, females contributing to the marriage, or to the wedding, at least.
I think it's for one, it's a sensitive topic, but it's a very good topic, and it needs to be talked about, because I can understand both parts of the both sides of the story, because in this day and age, certain responsibilities have been placed on men by men that the people of the past didn't really have
or
experience, like rent. Rent is actually relatively a new phenomenon.
It's probably
really.
existed then, people.
Rent existed back in the medieval time period.
Yes.
Well, yes,
Rent existed back in the medieval time period.
bro. You know how they
People
used
build
How they-
build their own homes with their
You
own
think everybody
hands.
built their own homes?
they used to
Yes.
they used to exchange it
Nigga,
through
what history
gold,
books did
bro.
you read?
What happened to you, bro?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
You used to pay through gold,
You
like
used
you
to
get-
pay your landlord.
or
That's why it's called a
or
landlord.
how you pay. It's
They
like
own
if
the
you have an
land.
animal, like you pay.
Those are taxes, bro.
No, I'm not talking about
No,
taxes,
bro.
bro. You
Bro,
think
those are taxes.
rent is the
You think
new?
rent is new?
No, it's been existing since
Rent
we've lived in
is
this
not new,
in this
I'm
world.
telling you. Search it up. Search it up.
What's your question?
He
Is
said-
rent rent
It's the form of like the form that we paint
Is the idea
is
of
different.
rent
new?
paying rent new? No, the concept of paying rent is an ancient, dates back thousands of years. Ancient civilizations as far back as ancient Mesopotamia, around 3000 BCE, tenants paid rent to landowners, often in the form of agricultural produce or labor. Feudal systems, medieval Europe.
It's always
serfs and
been
peasants-
existent.
That is
Just
crazy.
don't, let's
Okay. Wow.
It always been existing.
Okay, if that's the case, then I don't think the women should go 50-50 then.
Why?
I don't think women
Why you
should go
say that?
50-50
Why
then.
you say that?
I'm sorry, bro.
No.
Because I know we're living in a different time frame, but it demolishes the fact that I found out about that just right now.
You want to turn off that speaker, boss?
This one?
This
That one.
Oh man, turn this shit off. I didn't know it was just this.
the fact that there are certain responsibilities that that we have now that I had thought that weren't placed of the people of the past kind of demolishes that entire ideology that I had, that entire thing that I had. So I think, honestly speaking, because if a man is prescribed to in the holy books, not only in the Quran but also in the Bible, and I'm pretty sure in Judaism, in the Torah and whatnot. But I feel like if men have been prescribed to provide for the family, for his, to bring protection and food and provide shelter and care and all of that, then we gotta uphold that, bro. Women are the caretakers.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Okay, I understand that. Back in the days, men used to go to hunt, and women used to stay at home to protect what is at home, right?
Okay.
So, but today things are different. Women women in today's era, they drive, they study. You know what I'm saying? They can be pilots. They can be anything you can imagine. So, and then on top of that, this world that we're living today, women are more so educated, or even like want to study, or to better themselves, because they've been oppressed for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So you can see, if you look amongst the Somali community, like for example, like back in the days, women were not like as they didn't have as freedom as they have right now. They can go to school, they can be whatever they want to. On top of that, they have the opportunity where they live here. So I mean, they get the chance to do everything that they want to. That's why I feel like it gives them the privilege, at least, to contribute something to the to their marriage.
Brother, you had mentioned that they were getting oppressed in the back before.
Technically, it
So
still exists.
can you explain what kind of oppression you're talking about in this context?
Okay, I'll tell you what kind of oppression in this context, right? So, for example, back in the days, like I could talk about my sisters. Oh, not forget about it. Like not even about my sisters. Let's talk in general. Women were not as advanced as they are right now.
Or women could be abused and they couldn't get a divorce.
No, it's not even about that. It's not even about that. For one, if you get divorced, you look down on it. You know what I'm saying? That's one.
As a woman,
but
as a man.
but before even that, like what I'm saying, man had more power in that back in the days. They had more power. They were the ones who go out, they hunt, they bring, and the women used to do that.
Yeah.
But right now, that thing is done. Women are actually going, you know what I'm saying, and hustling and getting some money. And you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
why not contribute to your marriage if you are able to do it?
A marriage is a partnership.
It's a partnership. And then we're in an environment today where money is everything. And then when you marry, you have to take care of another person. You know what I'm saying? So if... Go ahead.
Here's why I oppose to that. The way you stand at. Here's why I oppose to it. There are certain things that... I mean, of course, marriage is a partnership, and people should split the work however it best fits the situation. If the man is fully able and capable of providing, bringing in the subsistence and all of that good stuff, and the woman can stay, or if she wants to stay, if she wants to go work, whatnot, a good wife would help you out. A good wife would help you, but you shouldn't.
Helping you out by paying rent.
That's a good wife, but you shouldn't expect that on that lady though. You shouldn't have those kind of expectations, because it's only gonna set you up for your own demise.
It's not even about expectation. They won though. They are. It's not coming from a man. To be honest with you, you know how Somali man is.
Listen, if a sister wants to pay the rent,
it's coming from them. It's becoming a normal thing naturally right now. I'm not just. It's not something that I've found it from out of thin air. But it's something that they're doing it. So what would you say about that? Right. And again, in this era that we're in, finance is so what I'm saying. Everybody needs money. What if she makes good amount of money, and you make good amount of money, and you guys want to live perfect life together? The only way to do it is for both of you guys to bring the finance together so you can have a good life. If that is the option that's open and she is capable of doing it, why would you be against that?
Do you think it's the idea that you wouldn't feel like a man if a woman is taking care of you?
Absolutely.
Which is kind of dumb because your mom took care of you.
It's different though.
Is it though?
It is.
It's all how you look at it.
It's planning out it's like planning out your future, because if she's willing to, because there's context to what you're saying. I understand that you say that there's women out here that want to pay the bills, that want to pay the rent, but there's context to every situation. You know what I mean? Perhaps that person with her husband's probably suffering, and her husband probably can't really make money like that. Do you think she's gonna just stay back and allow all hell break loose, debts and money, debts pile up and bills pile up while the husband can't provide? Of course, at that point, then she probably does want to pay the bills. You know what I mean? I feel like there's context that we don't really know about. I don't think there isn't many women on the face of this earth that are willing to go out and find a job just to pay the rent, just to pay the bills and all of that.
But what are you forgetting? It's basically the high cost today that's forcing people to just kind of join. Because if you find somebody that you love, right, and you see this person the potential, and you know in this day and era, marriage costs a lot. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you want to actually contribute something to make your family, to start your family? That is probably what is costing it. It's not because I think, me personally, am I okay with my wife paying everything? I don't think I want to be in that relationship. I don't care how beneficial it is and how much love I have that individual for it. My pride would not allow me to be in that relationship at all. I have seen my father being in that position, and I would never be in that position where my wife is taking care of me or anything like that. You get me? So that is just me, my pride. But we're living here. This costs a lot of money, man. You know what I'm saying? Gas just alone is like $4. So how do you keep wife this unless you're unless you're making six figures?
It's sickening. You're right. It's sickening. But that's where your good decision making skills comes in. That's when you got to learn how to finance and budget before you can, up your lifestyle, up your expenses. The more you make,
better.
I make a decent amount of money, but I'm so far off from I would need a partner who made about the same amount of money as me to buy like a decent house here. I'm talking like a $1.5 million house, which is only like 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. So it's very extreme. The times have changed quite a bit.
Way.
Yeah,
Way.
times have changed quite a bit.
Well, look, even not only that, people are actually, so going back to Somalia, right? We're talking about 50-50. People are talking about equality. We've come far. We come far actually to a place where we actually talking about equality. We're talking about, gender, looking at each other and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm as equal as you are because I can go to school and study. Women are independent today. You know what I'm saying? So some women actually are prideful as we are. For example, they know they get their money. They boss women, you know what I'm saying? But they found their somebody that they love. They'll say, you know what, let's do it. Actually, I feel like that's a flex. But my thinking comes from here. Okay, 50-50 to the wedding, I understand. But 50-50 of the household and everything else forever? No, I don't think that is ideal. Imagine if your wife can be pregnant. So what are you going to do? You still want her to pay 50-50? No, that's impossible. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm iffy. I'm still like in between.
I think with marriage, when it comes to marriage, I think that one is a little bit more sticky because women have these expectations where they want everything to be paid off, and after paying off, because you know how expensive weddings are,
and the kind of wedding that they want, plus the ring.
Hadina Michael Kadarasi, there's this oh, you have to pay for the dress as well.
Not only you paying the dress, her dress, but you paying the dress of everybody else that she's walking with, and your suit with everybody else that's with you, and the best place, and the best food, and the DJ, better DJ, and a better Bro, I'm not buying a house, man. Like for real, and I'm talking from
because if you do that, I think you'll go down or you go back a few years, just catching up off of that one night, those 2 nights.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So you gotta be wise, a little bit wise with some of the expenses when it comes to weddings.
But I know though, there are some good sisters out there. Like majority of the sisters I know would do anything and everything for someone that they love. And if you have somebody like that, make sure you actually take care of them, because life is all about ups and downs, right? Today you may not have you may not have anything, right? But tomorrow when you have some, you got to make sure that person who's stuck with you, you actually are there with them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That is one thing you cannot forget. But again, I know niggas when we get money. When we have money and everything, then you know what happens. Your eyes becomes wider, more open. Your appetite gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. That is the difference between a real person, a real man, versus somebody who was just, a boy who got an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But it's a gamble, and and shit. Yeah, it is a gamble for real. But speaking of a gamble, look what I have. Halwa. This is what's killing us. Better, I told you earlier, I said diabetes is what's running. Diabetes is one of the bigger things that's actually killing Somalians.
It was
You
hard
didn't
for
believe me.
It was hard for me to believe, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard for me to believe. Only because, for one, for my lack of knowledge, of course. But for two, you hear a lot of stories about food outside of the U.S. and how healthier it is.
Mm-hmm.
How, really healthy it is compared to the United States food. So when you hear stuff that is caused by food, for example, like diabetes,
Mm-hmm.
because of the amount of sugar that you take, it leaves you scratching your head. I'm like, I understand that happening in America, but I don't. How is it happening out there?
We are the luckiest people to actually have organic food, right? In a warm weather, warm climate, right? But yet, the food that we're consuming is the biggest killer that actually sends, I feel like people to the grave, and that is something that we need to be aware of. The awareness should be a focus on what we are eating. Like, is it crazy? I have never seen a Somali dessert that's labeled. How come they don't be labeling their dessert, bro?
Because they don't. I don't think they know how much.
This thing come with a plastic bag with no label, and we still eating. We don't know how much of nutrition that's
Listen,
inside of it.
I love halwa,
Bro,
especially with buskut, bro.
Yes, I know.
I don't need a label for that. Give me the
I knew that, but this boy is missing that. That's the problem. He's missing this halwa thing.
You missing out, KC3000.
Nah, bro, you are missing out. You missing out of trying halwa.
I'm okay. I can't eat sugar like that.
Yeah, this will change your life for real. But
What is it? What's it made out of?
it's pure sugar.
Ugh, I don't want
I'm
Listen, I'm a sugar guy. I'm a sweet.
nah,
I
but
got a sweet tooth. So when it comes to halwa or anything like candy and sweet drinks,
nah, but I'll tell you what though, bro. I think some of the things that we are actually consuming need to be aware of. Like it causes a lot of a problem. On top of all the diseases that exist, like such as malaria and all that stuff, which makes you malnutrition. But when you consume this stuff, you're actually messing up your metabolism, which makes you.
bro is saying this,
And I'm
but
eating.
But I've seen so many people chug down Coca-Cola for 25 years. And they pushing almost 50.
Mm-hmm.
Pushing 50 is not a achievement.
And then what? I want to hear this.
Yeah.
And then what? I want to hear this.
They're
dude.
looking, they're looking fine, bro. Some people, they smoking cigarettes day in, day out, drinking Coca-Cola.
I think you're looking at outliers.
I have this one professor.
You're looking from outside.
Yeah.
You don't look what's inside.
I'm saying, like, these guys are old. And they're still kicking it.
First of all, 50 is not that old.
One. That's one thing, Barry. 50 to you. How old are you, Barry? 25?
I'm 25.
Yeah, 50 is old to you. I get it, bro.
Yeah,
It's
I get
too
it.
way
But
too old.
50
Yeah,
is not old, bro.
I get that. But no, nah. The reality is, bro. No.
Like 75. If you make it past 75, that's a
Well,
gift.
can I tell you something? Can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to live till I'm 75. I wouldn't want that.
See, and that's, you know why you don't want to live till you're 75?
Why?
Because you already know you have bad habits that are not gonna.
No, it's not even about my habits, bro.
There are
It's,
75-year-olds who are in great shape who live.
No,
No,
but
no,
he's
no,
talking
it's
about
not-
more
it's-
spiritual.
It's it's like, bro, can you imagine being on this earth for more than 60 years?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think you what are you
60
talking about?
years is still young. Don't talk about the 60 years back home in Somalia who already like don't have, you know what I'm saying?
Can you explain your ideology more?
Because of
I'm
the
not
sin.
talking about health or anything like that.
Okay, what else?
I'm talking about just this world. You already see how cold and corrupt it is.
Yeah.
You already see.
Well, then go now.
That's not for me to decide.
But then why? I'm a little confused. But
No.
then why would you not want to do 60 years?
Why wouldn't I want to do 75 years? I said
75 years, yeah.
The world is corrupt, bro.
because
been like
the
that.
world is corrupt. Who would
It's
want
spiritual
to,
is not good for you. The more you
Who
live,
would want to just be in this land, just getting tested and tested day in, day out? I'm not suicidal or anything like that. But yeah, this guy.
I have a hard time understanding what he's saying.
yeah, why is he saying? Why is he looking at you differently all of a
I'm
sudden?
having a hard time understanding what
No,
he's saying.
listen.
That
I'm trying to
reaction
understand.
was
I'm
fucked
trying to
up, bro.
understand.
In this world that's full of pain,
Uh-huh.
that's full of tests
Mhm.
and trials and betrayals.
Mhm.
Can you imagine just living through it for more than 75 years? Please let me know.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I can see 100 years too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I can't.
I'm with you. What you saying?
get
I
what
want to
you're
do. I
saying.
want to do my time. I want to extend more than that. Whatever God blesses me with, I'm gonna take it.
I
whatnot,
I
but-
understand, bro, and I respect that.
But it's not on some like, oh, I want to kill myself right now.
No,
but-
I get what you're
no.
saying, but I feel like you're very young. And I feel like even us, we're about to hit 30. I feel like you hit that, you'll change your perspective on things.
But
I
but
doubt
think
it.
about this.
If I
though.
get kids and wife, perhaps my perspective will change. But at
will
the
change,
How old
bro.
are you, man?
Yeah.
25?
I'm 25. Yeah.
Bro, you don't know anything yet, man.
No, but
Bro,
but he's not talking. Where he's coming from is actually something that majority of Muslim people actually believe in a way where, like, you know the world. The more you live, the more sin you see, the more corruption, the more everything. And this world is just an illusion for any Muslim person. The afterlife is the real life.
Yeah.
So the good thing is if you live short time, but you actually did good things, perhaps you might end up in paradise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that is where he's coming from, and I understand it. But at the same time, sometimes it's like, what if you live in this? Like, what if you live like 70 or 80 years, right? But you went through every struggle head high, right? You accepted every situation that got get head high, but you still kept it true. Then you work the same
Can
thing.
you imagine living past 75 years? All your youth are done and gone. You the one just kicking this, still having to endure more tests, and then on top of that, even if you're in a bad shape, you have to, Allah forbid that your kids throw you in a group home or a care home where you get your diapers changed and all of that. So it's just like, sometimes old age, if you don't take care of your body, of course, or even if you do take care of your body, there could be one tragic incident that can really shape the rest of your life, where you don't have control over your body, and then now you got to get your diapers changed, or some people neglect you and you got to pee, or you got a whole diaper full of shit and piss. So it's like, why? You know what I mean? Like this.
That's what we
he
asked
doesn't know
for.
what I mean, because
That's why
you're optimistic. That's good.
No, but that's why though. That's why you ask every time. That's
Yeah,
why
you gotta make
whenever
dua.
you pray, that's why you ask dua. God, please, give me an easy old age where my kids are protecting me and everything.
Not even that. It's like it's more. It is all the things that you're talking about to a degree you can't control. But there are things that you can control. That you can be a good father. You can take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
You can lead a good like.
You can be a good Muslim.
Yeah. You can seem like they're all the like you can. There are things that you can do to prevent some of these things from happening.
But you become another way is that you become a burden though once you're in your 75 and something like that. You become a little bit of burden where like people have a life and everything. Everybody's trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? And you need somebody to be there 24 hours to protect you. Even though
you think 75 is very old.
To certain people, yes.
75 is
it's
old.
all depending. I have a grandmother. She's 92 years old.
Can she walk?
Yeah, she lives by herself.
Take shower?
She drives.
It ties back to what I'm talking about in regards to this world. You see what's happening, and I'm not trying to lean more towards politics, but you see what's happening in Palestine and all the corruptions where you're just watching and you're not doing anything about it. The most you could do is send donations and whatnot.
That's not the most you can do. You can do a lot of stuff. You just don't want to do it.
What can you do?
You can do a lot of stuff.
What can you do?
You could go there.
You can go there.
You can go
be a
there.
soldier
You
and
can
fight.
go
You
there,
be a
my
political
butt.
activist. You can go
You
there.
can
you
go
just
there,
don't
my
want to risk
butt.
your life to do it, but you can go there.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You cannot. There's not a flight.
No,
Is there
brother.
a flight that
There are
goes
a lot of people who went there actually
if
during
you really
this time.
wanted to, Bear, you
Yeah.
could go.
Yes, you can.
Don't
Brother.
see. This is the problem. This is my.
You
this is
can
my-
go to
No,
Palestine.
wait a second. This is my thing.
You can go
He
to.
got you, bro. He has you. He has you, bro.
The
Yes,
problem
you can go to
is
Palestine.
You will sit and watch things and go, "That's too bad," and complain about them rather than doing.
Not
anything
only
about
that,
them.
bro. Not only that. When I see it on TikTok,
Yeah.
I scroll it past quick. You know why I do it? Because I feel bad, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time,
You
I
could
could
do
have done a
something,
lot of things.
But you haven't done anything. So
I
don't
haven't
sit
done
here
anything.
And say, "Oh, what can I do?" You can do a lot of things.
Yes, you can.
A lot of things can be done. You
We just
don't wanna
chose.
do
We
them.
just chose
You
not to
like
be in
your
that situation.
life. You don't want to help other people with your life.
Bro, not only that, but nobody wants. Look,
Yeah.
nobody wants like your house is at peace.
Yeah.
If you see
Why
another
would I bring
person's
Wahala
house,
into
it's like
my own house?
burning. Do you bring that to
Yeah,
yourself?
why would I bring Wahala to myself?
That's conscious human being. Like,
So this is my
bro.
thing. Don't sit here. This is human beings' biggest issue is human beings think that they're good men who sometimes do bad things. Human beings are bad people who every once in a while do a good thing. Never forget that.
I disagree. Wholeheartedly disagree.
What do you
Really?
mean
Why
by
don't
that?
you help in Palestine?
Wholeheartedly
Then why don't you
disagree.
help in Palestine?
Wait. You can
Because-
help in a different way.
Different- so
God
what are you doing to
said.
help?
God said if you don't have the power to help them
Be a
physically,
voice for them.
be a voice for
that
them.
was true.
If you are not able to, then support it from the heart. I'm sure, like if he's feeling
Yeah,
this, so
yeah.
Obviously he's actually supporting from the heart. You know, you
Yeah.
can see his heart where it's at.
Don't look at me
But-
like that. Look at this guy.
But one
Look at
thing
this
I
guy.
know,
Look at this guy.
I'm saving you from this situation.
No,
But
because hold on. Because
aren't really helping you, bro.
no, because there's a lot of things that you're saying that it's like, yes, of course I can go out there and help him out, but
I don't like his face, bro.
this guy.
I don't like his face. The way he's looking at you, he's like, I got you, bro.
He's like, I got him cornered.
No. But we know.
No. Listen, there's certain limits within the religion that prevent you from going to the extreme.
You have a lot of freedoms because people took chances that you wouldn't take.
But the thing about this though,
No.
this finger won't wash the whole face. It takes 5 fingers to wash your whole face, right? Same thing. Barry is one individual. You know what I'm saying? One individual today, he cannot do anything whatsoever. Even if you want to, in this day and where you are in the world, it's better that you kind of remove yourself, but pray for it. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you have the right to vote?
I'm a citizen here.
No. Why do you have the right to vote?
I'm a citizen here.
No. Why do you have the right to vote
Here,
in America? Why do you have
because
the right
I'm
to
a
vote?
citizen.
No. You're a black American.
No.
Black Americans did not have the right to vote until 19...
70?
No, before, a little bit before. It was before the Civil Rights Act, but it was past the suffrage movement. So I want to say about the 40s. You could not vote when the United States came. I'm not finished. Someone took it upon themselves.
What's up with the attitude?
Someone took it upon themselves to put their life on the line so people like you could have the chance to vote. That was one person. So one person can make a very big difference.
I see what you're saying.
I'm not done.
No. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
Let him finish.
All right,
Let him
go
cook.
ahead.
Let him cook.
Two, Martin Luther King Jr., while he had a large group behind him during the civil movement, right? He was one person who had the charisma and garnered the attention of millions to drive him behind the movement. He, at the end of the day, was one man. One person can do a lot of things. One person, not finished.
God
One
damn, this
person.
nigga's.
He got all the facts for you today.
One
No,
person,
go.
what I'm saying is, for you to say one person can't do anything is very disrespectful to a lot of single people. There are a lot of single people who have done multitudes of things, whether good, whether bad. One person.
Are you done?
Go ahead.
That one person moves strategically. You're telling me go over there and die.
No, Bear, what I'm saying to you is
No. You said if you feel you said
you can strategically, you can move strategically. You said you have the brain. You could beat up a gorilla.
no. That's a different topic. You don't.
Now we different. Now we different.
No. Don't bring a topic that we just had, brother. Don't bring a topic that we had into this one, right? Every situation, you gotta go about it the right way.
Okay, I agree. It's
right?
situational.
So you're telling, because I'm here, I told you the best that I can do at this time is give charity.
Sure.
And you said, no, that's not the only thing you could do.
It's not.
There's a lot of things you could do,
There's
but
a lot of things you could do.
You were talking from your point of view and where you are,
Yeah.
right? He's talking from the broader thing, where like it's not the same though. What he's saying at this time that I'm in,
True.
all I could do is just support.
Absolutely.
You talking about in generality.
Yeah, but also I'm saying if it really moved you so much, you could start a grassroots organization that would tackle this with more force. Yes or no?
But fuck it though. Listen, man. Fuck all this. No. Realistic. No. Hold up. No. Fuck this. Listen. If we don't have to do anything, what about the Arab people who's supposed to be supporting them? Like, why do we? Well, like, yes, we are Muslims and everything else, right? Now we're being real. Like, what about those people?
We are shifting, right? By all means, right? Take the heat off your boy. But
why are they not doing it? Why would we have to do something? Because they're not doing anything. Yes, we feel bad.
Do you want to know why, like, for real?
Well, you know why for real? You know why it is? Because at the end of the day, you do not want to bring the heat to your house. You just want to push it as much as you can.
Egyptians wouldn't take Palestinians, right? And that was a big issue. For me, that was a big issue. I don't really like Northern Africans, so that's a personal thing. But, like, a big question is, why wouldn't Saudi Arabia help Palestine? Right? Do you guys know why Saudi Arabia won't help Palestine?
Why?
So Saudi Arabia, I believe they are, what kind of Muslims are they? Sunni?
Sunni, yeah.
All right, they're Sunni Muslims in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia's biggest fear is that Iran will come and try to start beef with them. So Saudi Arabia's biggest military backer is the United States. So if Saudi Arabia is not in a position to go and support Palestine if Palestine is against Israel, because United States' greatest ally is Israel. So if Saudi Arabia backed Palestine and U.S. backed Israel, U.S. would stop backing Saudi Arabia, and then Iran would move in on Saudi Arabia.
What makes it what makes it so sure?
That's the politics of the region.
That's the ideology that's being told to them, right?
To
There's a person in between both of them, right? Both brothers. Both cousins, Iran and Saudi Arabia, they came from the same region, right? But who is in the middle? America.
I know. Yeah.
So
but
America saying, "I'll protect you from your cousin," right?
True.
So you can this.
I thought the issue, and I don't know a lot about this. I thought the issue is that Iranians are mostly Shia Muslims.
Yeah.
So there's a beef between the two. I don't know. I'm not very well versed.
Yeah. I mean, it's sub-factors from every religion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that goes to Christianity and everything else. But we went from religion to families to this to that. I think we got to finish this. Yes. I think it was actually long. We've done probably an hour or so.
We have done an hour.
Yeah. So we will be finishing on this. What do we want to say? I say, look, we are still SP Podcast.
Yes, sir.
And we are signing off. And we're saying we'll see you soon. Please subscribe, please like, please click the tell me.
Sure.
The share and what's the other thing? The button that's gonna tell you when we upload something.
notification, I guess.
Yes. Hey, click the notification, subscribe, share, like, comment, interact with us, and please let us know what you're thinking, what your opinion is. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Until next time, inshallah,
We out.
we out.
Yes, sir. Bro, I want to do a quick video.
Okay.
You said earlier, what are you doing with these people? What are you telling them? I'm gonna show you what I'm telling them. Go there, bro. Take a video of me, please. I need a. I just wanna. I'm gonna say.
EPS